Hello.
Boy, I gotta do one more real quick. I forgot to do Twitter and Blue Sky. Let me just do those real quick.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I always forget something. Anyways, hello everyone. I'll just do this while I do this. I'll just talk while I do this. Hello everyone. Welcome on into tonight's stream. I'm joined by Fen and Pabo once again. And Fen, you had someone you wanted to shout out?
Seki!
Yes, Seki.
I want to shout out to Seki.
Yes, the amazing Seki Kometo. Oh, they are an amazing artist, and they are not a snack. Bluebell, if you're watching this, he's not a snack.
And be sure to give them a follow on Twitch as well.
Yes, please do give Seki some support. He deserves it. He makes amazing art, amazing streams, amazing content. We absolutely love that bean, so go give him some love.
An amazing bean in general.
Yep.
Ooh, pardon me.
Okay, we are all set and ready to go. Oh, so without further ado, where we left off, we are going to, hello Pigeon, welcome on in. We will now, begin this final case. Where we left off, we discovered, well, this is the final part of the case. This is the final part of this.
Yeah, you mean the other half of it, yeah.
Yeah, we are going to court to continue to defend Ron Delight, this time against the murder of Kane Bullard of KB Security.
And I think we know who did the murder.
Yes,
the butler.
No, that was in Farewell My Turnabout.
I still think he did it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Alright, here we go.
Let's settle this.
Yep. Alright, I'll let you do... Fen, I'll have you do Maya.
Alright.
Until
hey, Nick.
He gets here. What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? Sorry, why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
So glad you enjoyed my set yesterday, Boxer. Appreciate your continuous support on everything I do. You are amazing. Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as Mask to Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Mask to Mask's trial.
I know.
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know you don't like me.
Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please don't ignore me!
Oh! Miss Knight! Good morning!
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No, I'm just a poor thief! No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heists.
Do you really think the connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
Always?
Never, Phoenix, never. Rise from the ashes. I'm afraid
All of them.
that's
Every one
not
of
an
them.
option.
Went on the wrong pipe. Ow.
Remember that whole 3 days thing? That's not pacing yourself.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Alright, here we go. 10 days before my birthday.
Hey!
That's
Ben,
again.
you wanna do the judge?
Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Von Delight.
Ben, it feels like forever, Your Honor. The defense is ready.
You're ready. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
What are you, a Klingon?
Live long and
Okay,
prosper.
settle down, everyone. Let's begin with our opening statement. Mr. Godot.
He's got the judge in the palm of his hand, and I still have mini player on YouTube set up. Let me just close that. There you go.
Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
I've lied to you this whole time. I'm actually with the draft board. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Right?
Yes. Well then, let me briefly? Hello, I have a list.
Stop talking about your cheese flies.
Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
I can't let that go with it briefly. It just sounded like I had an absolute lisp. Anyway, the victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please, call your first witness.
Make me. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. Hand is shaking vigorously. The first one is always the best.
That's one of my favorite quotes of his, by the way.
Mr. Godot, your witness.
I'm gonna... Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendants testify, but
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
You've got guts, right?
alright then, Mr. Von Delight, please take the stand.
He was already up there.
Ziggy!
Hey, Ziggy!
No. And also, right, I did not forget the T-game t-shirt. You did you?
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Something.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, what's up, Ziggy?
Step.
Yep. Alright. I'll hand you Maya. Maya's up. Maya's
Yeah.
on the other side. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. We got
Yep,
Pabs doing Delight and Godot, and then
I'm the judge.
and I'm of course Phoenix.
Yeah, normal step.
Yep. Mr. Delight here just clumsily confessed.
Say you did it, say you did it, say you did it, say you did it.
You did it. For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
You wouldn't have had time to start your turkey sandwich.
Not my fifth.
Well, Mr. DeWright already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? You didn't kill Bullard. Why'd you go to KB Security? Well, it's kind of hard to say, boy. I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
I don't wanna.
Well, too bad, Whiny Butt.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
Well, that was a short one.
Very short.
I didn't finish!
1 a.m. The exact time the murder took place.
The weekend washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up.
By the way, that's cup of coffee number 2. Yes, I am going to count.
Ha! Bitter today too, just like my destiny.
You never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
By the way, the way that the cup of coffee just slides down to him, it's like, you know the game Tapper, the classic arcade
Yes.
game. Yeah, it's
Yep.
like that. There's
think
actually a machine of that at the arcade that I go to for a meet sometimes. in the
Okay,
retro
you and I both know the thing people are actually going to be thinking of is "Give me a drink, bartender."
era.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Yeah. The oldest game at that arcade, as I probably told some of y'all, is Space Invaders from 1978. That's a
Oh,
classic right
yes. Oh, wait, there's also a classic arcade game, Punch-Out!
there. They have that game there too.
Yeah!
Alright,
I actually
Man,
played Punch-Out at the
man,
Video
those are
Game Museum!
statements.
hold it.
Man, those are statements.
1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yeah, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, not really sure. My watch was slow, my internal clock was also good.
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered. Correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
Alright, that's... It ordered you there?
It was the first time I got a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Well, actually, I got like a red letter, a blue letter. It was one time this pink slip came
Hold
in.
it! Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say that anymore. Now, what should I do? Okay, let's press harder. So what did the blackmail letter in question say?
Had to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait, what? I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Can you bang that gavel lighter, please? Yes, sir. Ah,
A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Okay. Oh, I spotted that. I'm gonna save just in case, but that is because
Use the blackmail
Don't we
letter.
know? Don't we know about something?
Yeah, because we have that. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Yeah, let's try.
What if?
Wait, hold on.
No.
No, you
Too early.
probably talk about it first, then
Okay.
then try to post it.
Okay. You know, let's press it. Press it.
Start. Yeah, press first. Ask questions.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
Sure, it was referring to the whole mask to mask thing. I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullet didn't have anything on me.
He did.
Oh, he didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me.
So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was mask to mask.
That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Yet, you did it.
Alright. Alright. Hold it! He used to be security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You?
You'd be surprised how often it happens. And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge, perfect motive for murder, would you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Oh, okay. So we have our options here.
Okay.
Life
Oh yeah,
after
why
being-
was he fired?
That's a good question. Let's do that one first.
That seems like the best question to ask here.
Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
Well... The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Stop being nosy! Well, I needed money.
Needed money?
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, Helmet.
The salary wasn't nearly enough. So I stole data from the company.
What? Come again?
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, you stole some data and stole it. Mr. Bullock found out and I was fired immediately.
I wish I never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What if, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You'd do well to remember that. Here, Wright, have some coffee.
He sure told you.
Not in the mood for coffee.
So, you admit that
How
you
about tea?
stole data from your company. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man,
Oh.
this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed, and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of the disaster. Alright, let's hold it. Why would you do something like that?
Oh, for Desi's hobby. What else?
Wasting money, huh? It's not...
No way!
Mr. Light doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
So I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from everyone.
I can't believe it. This case has got even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much in his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We'd better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, we are
I
gonna
think it's pretty obvious.
Okay. Alright, I am going to see what that other dialogue option was.
Good call,
Okay.
good call. I don't know if there was much to it, but
Oh, wait a
nope,
minute.
you can't go back to it.
Yeah, so... Okay, so... Alright. Desi does not know about her being fired, so what do we got here?
We'll definitely have the box stuff right now.
Wait, save it first before you show any evidence.
Yep,
Good call, good call.
yep, safe spot. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. Okay.
Well, the only thing we really have is that talks about secrets not known there is the whole blackmail letter thing, but... Because it does say, I'll take that red diamond you received... Red diamond. But we already tried that with the earlier part there, and there's a lot of things here. So...
So...
Wait a minute.
Wait, what do you say? You were thinking about
Chad,
something?
if
Hey,
you could
wait a
please
minute.
help
If you were
us.
fired... If you were fired, then what's this?
Alright, worth a shot. No, okay.
No, I know it isn't, but like,
Upload.
that's more of a question like externally. If you're fired, then what's this?
Yeah, why did he still have his key card? That's actually a good question.
The book? Well, okay.
Yeah, the binder was found in the office.
You fired me for selling company secrets. Working with secure base securities till a year ago. Yeah, no, it was. What if you... Okay, so, if you know... Well, okay, I know that generally, 95% of the time, it's like... The last one, or like the one that's revealed is probably the answer there. I do have a thought, though. One of the statements said, there's no reason to blackmail me. And at the same time, he's been constantly talking about Destiny, of being the worry there. So technically, couldn't you just do a profile with Destiny for that statement? No, not that one, not that one, not that one. The other one. See? Like, he's saying it doesn't scare him, but then what about Destiny?
Good call! Good call! Good
Damn.
call!
Thank you.
You are the brains here at Foxy Company Lofts, Miss Pabs. Well done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never
That tripped me up quite a little bit there. Like,
the thing is, I'm good at spotting contradictions with evidence, but I almost never really know when it's appropriate to post the profiles unless it's like super obvious, like in the Lost Turnabout. Anyways,
context.
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday.
What does it?
I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret.
Nope.
Certain person?
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
But okay, listen to me. My Destiny, jeez. Looks like if I just sit back and relax, fun before it truly begins.
Good dough.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him.
But it wasn't his
And
boss,
that is
though.
how this murder came about.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Destiny like that, or you'll be sorry.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes without Franziska being here, mind you.
I whip them harder than the cream in my coffee.
That's going in the highlights.
Yep.
Chugs 20 cans of sweetener.
Shockingly, I'm drinking
Cans.
coffee right now. I'm actually drinking coffee right now to freaking keep me up.
Oh no!
Oh
It's-
gosh.
Wait,
got
don't
the
you have
coffee.
work? Don't you have work?
No?
It's fine.
Okay.
Fen, you're lying.
Oh, okay. Clearly, there was a sufficient motive for the murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. Family man who cared just a little too much.
Motive is clear. Let's move on.
Ugh.
What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears.
He was knocked out, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
When I
He
entered
mentioned
the
that he was
office,
knocked
there
out.
was a vicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead!
I see. Certainly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that the mask struck him on the head from behind.
Oh, clever!
That would make sense.
No. It would make sense in one area, but it makes unsense of another thing, which now makes sense.
That's fair.
Of course.
I said complete gibberish. You should not have agreed with me there, hun.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry.
Since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked!
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that? Mr. T.
Mr. Trowell.
Don't go easy just because he's your client. I pity the fool.
Number 3.
If I see any signs that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Okay. Alright, hold it. Who is this suspicious shadow?
It wasn't Sonic, I can tell you that much. If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I tell you, trust me.
He's dodging all of our questions. It's not helping with this case.
Okay, then how was the victim Mr. Bullard at the time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it. Alright. Hold it. Your forehead.
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was a basically fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was fast and powerful hit. So I think it was a little for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what we were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Oh, Phoenix!
Damn!
Holy crap!
Hit him in his Princess Leia hair.
Hold it. That, could you please clarify what you are referring to?
Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Mask, the mask.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I just unmasked the mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told you this?
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Yes, I told him in private. What do you think? Damn, even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind. Ah, my fixed cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information.
I can, watch me.
Witness, please correct your testimony. This better be the final time.
Okay.
Wait a minute, if you really were, then what's this?
I'm sorry,
If you were there, then who's this?
Okay. I have a feeling this might be incorrect, but I'm gonna save just to be safe.
So if you were there, then who's that?
Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
judgment,
That's more of a common like looking at things there.
All right. Anyways, did I press this? Yeah. Let's press
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't.
Why are you dressed up as Mask to Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask's trial is being held next door.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe.
Oh boy.
I mean to tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected.
Took a lot longer. What is he talking about? Oh, yeah,
Rest.
there we go. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, he was safe, of course. My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's
He
body.
didn't.
What was that? Back up a second. What?
Yes.
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, I could just leave it on the floor. Yeah.
Inconceivable.
You know, you've used that word once. I don't know if you know what that word means.
Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does somebody toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer is simple. When they're still wearing them. I mean, when they take them off.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
No! Huh, so you're not as stupid as you look.
I've just become Big D at this point. It wasn't the judge.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to your testimony. At once!
Uh-oh, looks like a storm in front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge. Okay, press that. Hold it. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Oh, because I wouldn't fit in the drawer.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw the corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it! Huh. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
I'll make
Hold
you
on.
make sense.
10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body and spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh. Hey, Nick. If you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Light yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in this testimony either.
I bet you he's still hiding something.
Wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
No promises!
Okay. We need to...
Let's look for that evidence.
Alright, so...
Well, anything saying about 10 minutes, specifically?
Oh yeah.
Well, there's the buzzer record.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, cause like, he would have gotten there... If he was killed and the buzzer went off 2 minutes before... And he would have had... Something would have happened there, right?
Yeah. So
Like, that's the only one that has a time on it, so... Process of elimination.
Yes! There we go! Your Honor, can you
Hey.
please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What? What?
If Mr. Rondelight truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. And there's my music for today, to tell the truth. After all, the security guard would have been heading his way.
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
Objection! Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about this.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Objection!
I could've.
Watch it, Nick!
Huh. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sharp bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
Objection! This buzzer is extremely loud. There is no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Coffee, please. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted.
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Put it in the court. Mr. Wright, this is... Objection!
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Objection! Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the one-eyed man. The victim, of course.
Not
He pressed the buzzer
possible.
when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push the button.
Ah!
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself? What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the
Wait,
buzzer?
say first.
Yep. Okay, let's...
I can prove it.
Okay. What stuff do we have in the court record before you press it? We have Todd's testimony.
So regarding the evidence, we just need to take a look at the evidence we had that we know was at KB's Spirit, because we had...
There are
buzzer.
two things. The buzzer, the Kane's list. That's for later.
Yeah, let's shop this later. Yeah!
There are no... Wait a minute.
No fingerprints. Let's try.
I mean, yeah, like... Okay, we can
No,
do
yeah,
that.
there's no
That's the only thing
fingerprints
that
on
can
it.
happen there, but if I was making this go on longer, he leaned on the
It's
buzzer.
the buzz. Even still, there would have been still some residue on there, wouldn't there?
Kinda.
Well, there was no fingerprints. That's the most important.
Let's go with... Let's
Exactly.
just go with the assumption that he could press the button, like, he only pressed the button by pressing it.
Cabs, don't overthink it.
I was literally saying, like...
This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Alright.
The buzzer had no fingerprints.
We only have the one thing.
Take that! There we go.
Oh, it worked.
I believe that this is the piece of evidence, incontrovertible evidence that you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? What am I looking at? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely.
Because I
No.
don't see it.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought as to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
Here,
This
have a
button
clue.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind.
He just chokes on his coffee.
On the light. Obviously wiped him off.
Objection! Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
Objection! The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order!
Theme. I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blend number crow flavored that coffee is.
72.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? What is this?
Looks like you're fresh out of politics.
They're on to you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? Oh wait, that was my bad. So, the killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond?
Well, yeah, duh.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
What did the real Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? Why,
They didn't
Mr. Wright?
mean to.
Yep. I'm gonna say just in
Easy
case.
one.
Yeah.
Easy one. He leaned on the buzzer.
Yeah. In all probability, the killer didn't mean to press it.
What do you mean?
It's possible that they simply pressed it by accident. It could have been with their back during the scuffle, for example.
That must be why there aren't any fingerprints.
Objection!
Huh. Is there a functioning brain underneath all that ridiculous hair, Mr. Truffle?
Huh?
The accused testified that he was hit as soon as he entered the room. In other words, as far away from the buzzer as he could possibly be at the time.
Ah!
It would seem you've been taken.
Oh, that was it. That was in it, actually.
Okay. Load,
Weird.
because I think I do know what
That's
it
the
is.
first time I actually have
because
seen that before.
because the real murderer must have did it deliberately to frame Mr. Delight.
Could be.
If he was actively trying to, I thought this was all by accident. Yeah, so I guess the only other one, no, it's called security guard. Straight up.
Yeah.
He was intentional.
The killer knew if they pressed the button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. There we go, there's the objection music.
I knew it.
Yeah, you got it
Do you
right.
mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at that time.
Huh. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer.
You gotta stop using that silhouette there, game. We know who it is now.
Yep. Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight.
And if any security guards came running in at the time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
That was the one with the crow in it.
Order! Order! Order!
It would seem. Pigeon. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit talk with the coffee cup.
That's not a spit take. This is a spit take. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're going to drag that person in here right now.
Just like the ear.
who
Ow,
is it?
ow, ow.
I don't
We
have
know
any
who it
solid
is.
proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Von Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Mr.
obvious.
Ace,
Ah, just
Mr.
kidding.
Ace Detective. Take that!
Luke, add me on
And they want
Twitter.
the music.
Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective. Luke, add me.
You mean masked it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not mask to mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Oh, and that's why he went down with it.
Yes.
Because, you know,
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, Please explain yourself. What is going on?
Because the sentence for theft is, at least in this universe, is less than the penalty for murder.
Oh yeah.
Theft
Oh, and
and
that's why
murder.
he.
Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday if you would. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, famous detective was unmasked as, well, masked to mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty.
Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as a Mask to Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
Is it coffee tight too?
A guilty verdict. As an alibi.
You know, it's almost time.
For what?
To look at me's verdict. It's a pretty simple trial after all. Going to stop this trial and stall that one. We need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Light would be left with no grounds for approval. Sorry, for an appeal.
Am I really sure
I'm
about
sorry.
this?
Ha! That's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
I'm gonna save right here because I have a feel. I am sensing because I remember in this game there were some moments where it was the entire health bar. So,
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Mr. Delight,
So please, I'm begging you.
thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Uh-oh. Ziggy. Mia. It's
Phoenix?
It's like
Mia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mia. What was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
That voice. It sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand.
Yes, Your
Oh,
Honor.
right. Okay.
Oh, we're going to the courtroom next door now. Okay.
We pulled him to the. We
Oh,
pulled him to
pain. It's pain.
Pain.
the. Wait. So if it's pain, then.
Hold on. Wait. Who wants to do pain?
Well, I think what's kind of funny is that I think Ben did both of these characters.
Well, Sir Detective Atme. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atme, you were the one who...
And there's the Canadian judge.
That's enough, eh? This court sees no reason for prolonging this trial. Court finds the defendant. Look at me.
Hold it!
Wait. Don't hand down your verdict yet, please.
Eh?
Well. Wait, how did I do the voice again? Oh yeah, Zavare! There we go. Well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, eh?
My name is Phoenix Wright. attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atme.
Accusation? You accuse Mask to Mask?
That man is not Mask to Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
On his sweating bullets.
Yep. We are putting this to an end right
To
here,
an end
right now.
tonight!
Yes.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah.
We started late, so we got time.
Yeah. That was a very short chapter. Yeah, here we go.
My sis?
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then she's still alive? Inside your heart?
Who wants to do Nessie?
Ziggy, wanna try Destiny?
I can try.
Nikki,
Try French.
I can't do French, though.
I could do it if you need. Why not?
Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that the detective has the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof, but he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at the table that night?
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill King Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. It's gotta happen sooner rather than later.
Oh, you got some.
So,
Oh, you got
Is
some.
it,
That's easy.
is it now going to be taking place in the other courtroom with the
No.
Nope, it's
Canadian
ours.
judge?
No, we
that
dragged
would've
it back.
been
Don't worry.
That would have been hilarious. Okay, Paz, would you
Yeah.
like to be the judge? Or
You're back to it.
should Foxy be the judge? Since I'm gonna be at me.
I mean, regardless, there's going to be two people doing voices.
Fair.
you know, it's,
Alright. Oh, go ahead, Foxy.
it's been a minute since I've done the judge. I mean, you know what? I'll do the honors this time. But if Starbeam,
So you're
Alrighty.
beginning.
yeah,
So
I have not
if it's gonna
judged
be-
I have not voiced the judge since our first ever stream. I think it's time.
Yeah.
I do my voice again.
Fair.
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atman, please take the stand.
Well, well. What do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Isn't that the red gem on his ring?
Nikki,
Of course. I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask to Mask.
Indeed. It's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask.
Of course!
Very well then, Luke Atme. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., when Kane Bullard was murdered, where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry. I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
I had a feeling Atme
all
would
right,
be back,
Mr.
though.
Adme, the night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
I guess
please,
there's something funny I'll state when we're doing like the cross exam.
I was stealing the urn as Mask to Mask. just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. I was pathetically, it was a pathetically easy job. The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems that the main point of the discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all a part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well.
Oh. That's
paint.
why the paint is such a clue.
Yep, because there is there.
Even the great Mask to Mask cannot be in two places at once.
Unless you know, the
Now then.
photo.
If you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive.
Hold it! Hold it! Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination.
A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool himself.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
And he's trying to be Franziska in the process.
Yeah, honestly. Just
The
think
only
quote.
thing
I mean,
that's
he
full
is
of it
technically
his
full of
alibi.
that.
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah, we know what. Okay, what I will say before we really start on things, what's funny is that in his effort to try to replicate Holmes in the way, because Holmes actually did have a pretty dang good ass ring on him when he did cases or whatever, or at the very least, like for consulting, he won it from one of the kings of Sweden, I believe. And in his effort to replicate him, he just revealed his plot to us.
So this photograph is the proof, correct?
Indeed it is.
And the man in this photo is certainly wearing a mask.
That is why I am called Mask to Mask.
But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is.
Foxy.
What do you mean?
Objection!
Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke Abbott? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Mask to create an alibi?
Oh? What an interesting idea! Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
Nope,
No
you're good.
accomplice.
Nope.
Nope.
If Luke Abney was at KB Security during the murder, then the mask on this photo has to be a fake.
Then there really
Nah,
was
we
an
know what
accomplice.
happened.
But right now, I have no idea who it was.
I don't have any idea right now either.
Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm going to find it.
You know what it is.
Hold it! I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this?
Hmm?
Absolutely.
Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the iron was stolen from Lordly Taylor, while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know that's true. It is kind of odd. Okay. Hold it! So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it! The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
Objection!
Could be the case.
It was simply caught by the very camera that he set up.
But if he knew that he had set up the
The
camera...
other is like that.
Indeed. It turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad, blue melody.
It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo.
Let's take a look at it real quick as well. After this one.
Yeah. I have a feeling...
Because there's the paint residue over there, but I don't really see paint residue on
Well,
the
yeah,
box.
again, like, it's very... Well, that's a different statement of things.
Oh yeah, true.
No, that's... Oh, wait a minute. If the paint was dry, it would have left clipping. This is a perfect seal.
Yeah, that's true.
He could have had the outfit 2 weeks ago. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's press this real quick.
Nope, not it.
No, I pressed it.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
it-
pressed it.
Okay, this is the first time I didn't have something immediately, like, cut the music out. That's why I was so weirded out.
Yeah. About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come now! It's all too clear what you're thinking!
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, didn't you? It wasn't the timestamp.
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed the picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
I see. Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
Eh?
So,
The alibi is false.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, sorry, Ziggy.
Yeah, that was mine.
It
I'm
has
sorry, Ziggy.
or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is.
But neither are fake. Right?
Well, this paint spot is beg to differ.
Yeah, let's present the photo first, if not, then it's paint, but we're gonna, it has to be that. Yeah. Objection! No?
Nope.
Nope, okay, get it up. Yeah, there's... I think we have to display the... Okay, show the photograph at the last one.
Maybe the
Oh
paint
wait, there
spot
was
is-
another witness.
Yeah, wait.
The camera
Wait.
data.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
There was another witness.
Alright. No?
No?
No? Okay, let's try that again.
Try again. Okay.
Okay, so there wasn't any Okay, so what is the thing again? One turned out to be a photograph contains no words, but in this case turned out to be my witness. That's more of a filler statement. The time.
Okay.
I was stealing them just as I announced I would.
And we
You
did
did it.
use...
Or did you?
He did.
Did you? No, he did. Okay, he did.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the gem for whatever reason.
Again, we had the option here. Yeah, hang on. There was a.
I don't think it is though. There's no such thing as an accomplice with this thing.
Objection!
We know this was him. Because it says name the accomplice, it means you would have had to show.
Well, remember, we do have the profile for Mask to Mask too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Now remember, you've said that Mr. Fiddle, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. Yeah, this is a nothing.
That penalty is probably boiling hot too.
This is a gag. See? Who was it? Well, I guess Master Mask?
Might as well.
There's actually 2 people it could be. And it was accidental.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's 2 people it could be, and it could be and the other one's accidental. Adrian Andrews accidentally made this more likely there.
It was,
Nope.
it was
Okay,
this
load it. Load
No,
it.
load
it.
it, load.
Okay. You want to show? You want?
Hey, I don't want to see this. I want to see this.
That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is, in fact, the accomplice? No.
Well,
If he throws coffee at him, then we'll...
the aura that this person has around them is. If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd be right there as the #1 suspect,
Yeah,
Mr. Wright.
okay, he didn't throw the coffee.
Alright,
We can load it.
Alright, let's load.
Loading.
You didn't throw the coffee, boo.
Yeah, that would have actually.
Alright.
Ew.
Dude, I think...
Alright,
but I
let's
think
just
we-
do
I think we
Master
were
Mask
onto something
itself.
there. Because you said we put Adrian Andrews. You may have something about the Master Mask thing. No. I mean the other part.
The first one,
The first one.
with the
Remember?
accomplice.
You put in Adrian Andrews, not Master Mask.
Okay, alright, we're gonna speed run.
That could be it. If it isn't, then we'll just
Alright, I'm
we'll
just
just
gonna
load it back. Don't save here
Don't
because we're
save.
gonna
I'm
go
gonna
really
save-
far back.
I'm gonna save in. I'm gonna just save in.
Okay.
slot 7.
That could work. That could
Okay,
work.
got it.
Master Mask is Master Mask.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, load it.
Load it.
Wait.
No,
No.
load it.
Is
Load
it the same
Foxy.
thing? Hold on, go. Keep. No. The music cut off this time. Keep going.
No,
did
it
the
cut
same
off last time too.
If it's the aura, yeah. Okay, just had to make sure.
Yep, it's
Okay,
the hour.
go.
Load it.
Load it.
Load
in slot 6.
Yeah,
No!
slot 6 is the
well, actually, yeah,
slot
load
6 is
slot
the
6.
original. The slot 7 is the one that you had for the
Yeah.
for naming another person.
Yeah. Okay.
So, more time enough to prepare.
Yeah.
More than enough time to prepare. What evidence do we have
The main
again?
thing is that we need to figure out what. Hang on, let's.
So we have the statues, things. You had more than enough time to prepare.
I am rocking
Yeah.
my head.
And we already showed that this was we already tried this, right?
I don't think we tried the paint marks.
Did we not?
Nope. Hell no.
The paint marks has to be something.
Yeah,
Nah.
because it's in the photo.
Load.
Because we need to figure out what's wrong with the what's wrong with the photo. As this is like the Ellen's segment.
Well, the time is obvious. We already tried the time. It's not. It's validated by their own servers. Is it?
Let's.
What was the? Okay, what did the note say? No, the other note. The other note. I'm talking about his calling card.
Hold on. Okay. I will come into Perlin, the most priceless work of the art and display in your treasures, a Quran exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you?
Speckled urn. Okay, yeah, normal stuff. Just double checking.
Okay.
Okay, so one turned out to be my witness of that thing. He took the picture. The camera was set to the stuff there, but that's such a big red herring about it there. That's really obvious. But we need another gap to jump here. One turned out to be my witness. I don't think it's the third one. It's gotta be either the second, the first, or the fourth. It feels like filler dialogue.
Yeah, because the second one. Okay.
That one doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah, that's.
Why do you keep standing on this then?
I'm just trying to think.
All right.
Because I don't want to have to do what I don't want to do here, and that's.
Yeah, but it's not. Okay, we can't cancel out everything, but at the same point, there's nothing here that really states 3 about it. I think it's 1, 2, or 4. Scaling the urn is mass to mass, just as I announced it would. Yes, we have the paper.
Yeah.
I have more than enough time to repair it. It's a pathetically easy job. That one's sticking with me a lot. More than enough time.
Hold on. It was kept out of sight.
But that doesn't make any. That makes sense about it too. I don't think it's the timing of things. Okay, a pathetically easy job. I had more enough time to prepare. It's a pathetically easy job.
Hold on. Okay, I just had to take a look. Okay, I had to take a look. So it was.
You got annoyed.
It was. We had to press this again. It was one of those moments. Photograph. Okay.
But there wasn't anything there, right? I didn't remember there was another statement that we needed to say.
Come on.
What?
You bet there is.
Wait, what? We answered this. What? Didn't we press this earlier?
We had to press it again. We had to press the statement, then go back. It was one of those moments.
We had to press the statement and then press the exact same statement again?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Are you implying that this picture is a fake?
You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night, before the theft took place. There's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. It was a statue.
Ah, yes.
Wait, save it first.
No. We're fine. We know that we're at the right part this time.
I know.
There's nothing really much to say.
Very well. Then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny?
Obviously, the big paint splotch.
Yeah, the paint stains.
Take that.
Close
The funny
enough.
part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. Where's my turkey sandwich? The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is that when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
And the statue.
Take that! The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training ground. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been. Objection!
when I was there, the day after the theft, that statue of the old stag was sitting in the corner.
Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance.
Ah, in that case, can you prove it? Can you give us a rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright.
Uh,
Oh, wait, that's Foxy, it's yours. Sorry.
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one who moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Okay, no penalty for this, so we can...
Who is it?
Okay, so...
It was him.
Take that! The one who moved the statue is none other than... Look at me.
Calm now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again. One of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very possible. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found right here in this photograph. Look at this photograph! Look at me. You pretended to be mask to mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us.
Oh crap, I didn't save.
Well, whatever.
It's still
Where's
a
the
paint
lie?
stain, though.
It's right there. We just point at it again.
It's either,
right there.
Yeah.
it's either the paint stain
Wait.
or the time, but...
It has to be the paint stain.
Wait.
The line in this photo is somewhere around here.
No, it isn't. Fuck.
Oh, for
Okay,
God's
we'll
sake.
just have a penalty, whatever.
Yeah, we should probably start doing that anyway. Jumping...
You need to stop jumping the gun with this. You're impatient.
We really do.
Yeah. And even Mr. Godot is on to us about it.
Keep going. Just go through it.
As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie.
Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial. Like you were years ago, Mr. Wright. Oh man, now they're calling me a liar.
It's not a
Just
joke,
like
that's
years
just a
ago.
statement.
Alright, save it! Save!
Okay, put up. Save slot. Ba-doom. I'm glad as far as I've seen in the new trilogies, they don't lock you out of the save slots. So that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question is, why was the statue moved, right?
There was some reason the culprit didn't want the statue in the picture. At least that's what I thought.
I'll ask you again, Mr. Trevor. Where in this picture does this lie exist? The time?
Yep, I knew it. Take that! I knew it. I was right that time. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. What do you mean? I love doing the judge saying, what do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atney went
I'll
to
be back
KB
just a
Security and murdered Kane Bullard.
Got it open.
Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible
I had it good.
for him to have been Lordly Taylor at the time.
He's hiding here. I'm not gonna read it. That's why I'm not saying it.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed beside the warehouse door? Well,
Yep, taken down to the warehouse the day of the crime. It was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't been yet brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Ah. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. That's oddly specific. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in his photo. Orda! Mr. Atme, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
Objection! It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone could have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Oh, microphone.
Orda! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this?
A good coffee that totally doesn't have birds in it.
Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
Make me. My 11th cup. I promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good till the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point. So what? We are all the travelers on the road of infinity.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
Hoping to win origami this year. You say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. It's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is?
And it's only a possibility.
But that
Men
is
that are
proof.
trapped by the chains of baby and never reach their dreams.
Oh, wait. Crap. Foxy, your turn. I keep forgetting that you're a judge. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry,
very
Foxy.
true. No, wait, don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Damask,
Yes.
if there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
This is a good idea.
I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and Zavare! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime.
Hold up.
I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my car 10 days beforehand.
Alright, one
It
thing
was not a valuable treasure.
Both of those things are wrong.
Yeah.
I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hand for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
Okay, so
That's pretty much all the stuff I've heard before, isn't it?
yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time?
Zavare!
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so two things strike me as odd. He said that the urn was speckled in the calling card. How would he know that if he hadn't seen it before?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a look here.
You missed the calling card.
Yeah,
Missed it by a while.
yeah,
What's on about?
yeah, 'cause
It's right there. You're looking straight at.
okay, let's just press things. Hold it!
Okay.
You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right?
Indeed. It seemed that they had heard my...
Zvarkling.
They heard of my... Oh, Zvarkling reputation.
I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You'd better watch out too, Maya. Alright. Hold it! You mean this box?
Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. And she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me.
Huh. Interesting new tidbit. Hold it! So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before?
Indeed. You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself.
Bluebell! Hello!
Hi,
Everyone!
Hi.
He's saying hi to all of y'all.
Hello. Hey.
Hi, Bluebell! Hugs!
Hold on.
Hey. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingertips.
Okay. Hold it. You mean this calling card?
That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. Mine. That is mine. Ziggy.
Yeah, I know. I was reading something.
Okay.
I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all.
Of course. Because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. Hold it. Then no one entered the basement warehouse?
Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse.
Alright, hold it. And this is the photo that proves that, huh?
Indeed. To be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Hey Nick, if the photo's fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
That detective has been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination: that he took this photo well before the night of the actual night of the crime.
And
Alright,
we do
then.
that by.
How do we
Paint
do that?
spills.
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's lying.
Yeah, so... Okay. Okay, I am going to save here. So,
Yes.
we're gonna try either the calling card or the urn itself. What?
I was gonna say the flyer, but
Okay, we could try the...
well, if you think about it, that's where you would see it, just anywhere. But if you're talking about like the first time you've seen it,
Because how would he know it's speckled?
For himself. That's what he means. For himself. But paint.
The paint?
Sent your calling card 10 days, hence I was unable to get an extremely valuable treasure because of the poster. But in actuality, it's worth a hunk of junk.
Okay. Nope. That's wrong.
That's not what I was referring to there, my dude.
You were talking about the poster.
Yes, but not for that answer. Not for the 10 days one, for the one that says he hasn't seen the urn.
Okay.
Not that one, the last one.
That one?
I was talking about the one where he says he hasn't seen the urn for himself.
Okay. You're... Okay.
Poster. I know that isn't right. Actually, wait. Maybe that's not right. It seems right for like that second there, but that would make sense of like if he hasn't seen it himself, then how do you know it's an extremely valuable treasure? Because of this poster.
But it's not extremely valuable, though.
It's a hunk of junk.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, this isn't it. This isn't it. That's
not
the
it.
point we're trying to. That's not the point we're trying to prove here.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the point we're trying to prove.
It has to be it's gonna have to be the price files for any treasure.
That's not the point we're trying to prove here.
We're trying to
Let's
prove
look at
that
the other
he
answer.
didn't- that he's lying about not seeing the urn beforehand.
That's okay. We need to make it. Yeah, we need to make it so that he has seen this urn before. If he has seen this urn before, then what would he have done? Maybe it is one of the pots. I don't know. Maybe it is one of the pot stuff, like the pink stuff. Because it would make sense of like him moving everything. Oh, the box itself.
Yeah, it got broken and repaired by Adrian Andrews 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box. It was out of sight.
It was out of sight.
Yeah, so he wouldn't.
Riot? I don't know where this is getting at.
We're
but
doing good,
we'll-
Bluebell.
Alright, get going.
Okay.
But wait, you passed everything. Where are you going?
I'm gonna try this. This is my intuition. I knew
Okay,
it! I
not a
knew
problem.
it! I knew it!
Hey.
I don't know why.
Because in the calling card it said, take care of the speckled urn. Mr. Atme, if you really are mask to mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
But of course.
Why wouldn't the poster prove it? Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here
Oh.
surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Oh, I thought he was talking about
Yeah.
the cracks in the pot, not that. I would
No,
have
the
called it a
paint
speckled urn
stains.
because of the
Yes,
cracks.
that is true. But so what? Truth be told, there's no way that Mask to Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor.
Huh?
Not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Coffee.
Coffee. Who wants coffee?
I said toffee.
Just the tea.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, should I say, an error-prone human. And that is when the pink paint got on the urn.
Ugh, can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern, which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory toast.
Huh?
Yeah, get off the table. Ah. So sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Ah, he said it! He got a conviction! Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was masked to mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point. No, wait, don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atney was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point.
Oh, we actually have a reason.
Motive, Mr. Wright. A motive. Might you merely murderous motive manifest?
Grab your tongue twisters next time, man.
Oh, a lot of alliteration.
Nick, he's getting his second win.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
We actually have one. The only one with any motive we've seen is Rhonda Light. Did none of that pick up? I'll try it again. The only one it... Okay. Isn't that right, detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay, Pigeon. You're okay, dude.
Pigeon.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then,
That's bullcrap.
maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, Sir Oldtimer.
Hey, where'd you get that ring?
Yeah, that's a good point. They're doing everything
Yeah,
they
exactly.
can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance.
Wait, what? Why are we testimony? Oh,
I, Luke Atney, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate mask to mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard, mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is masked to mask. That is why Mr. Delight is not fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
this is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. The handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What?
I did it while you weren't looking.
Clever. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Okay, here we go. Alright, hold it.
I feel like the first one, we don't even need to go through the rest of them. This is really easy.
And who in the world is going to prove that?
I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atney and Kane Bullard, we weren't able to find any links between them. It is all in the report.
Perhaps they were connected through their work? they were both involved in security.
Nope.
That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. End
You really don't
of
have to go through the
story.
rest of this, right? This is like stupidly easy, right?
It has to be the first one, right?
We literally have the folder.
Foxy, well, let's save it first.
Yeah, let's save it. 'Cause
Yeah, it's just like I know I may be jumping the gun a bit, but like we have the folder, right?
Yeah, the binder. No, wrong one. I might have been the wrong
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have
you know what it could be? You know what it could be instead? The newspaper clipping.
Yeah, the newspaper
Because he
clipping.
was still working at the time.
Yeah.
But this isn't the place to do it. We'll do it. We'll go through a few more pressings. We already know that. That's easy. Barbara DeGrudge gets like his betrayal. Betrayal? Wait, what?
You know what? Yeah, let's continue pressing. Let's continue pressing.
Yeah, I got you. Be good.
Mistook.
That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse was mistaka, meaning to take in error.
That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake mask to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course.
Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug off this guy's face. Smug look off this guy's face. Yeah, press hard.
Pressing harder, please.
Why would the victim mistake the defendant for mask to mask?
Don't you already know that? Zavadi, take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that's the famous Tiram of Emanon, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly god, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and Zavadi! He got the wrong impression.
Right?
The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Mask to Mask.
Oh.
I see.
That's actually what I'm not gonna lie, like, that's the first thing I think he got right.
Ziggy.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
Next!
Well, we already know that. That's easy.
You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And hiring is without a doubt the victims.
There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee?
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. And Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place at time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder.
It actually is.
What's up, Nate?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Do you have any evidence on that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter.
Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
Nope.
Alright. Nope! What do you mean by that? Oh,
Oh my. I was certain you already are aware. Zavadi!
Security, there's a lot of security on all sorts of companies. Since I was security, I stole data from the company.
Kane of Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
There's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail.
seems a bit odd. Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually masked to mask?
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance.
Alright, hold it! Do you really think that story is going to hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean? That was my line, and Mr. Wright.
Perhaps.
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desire Delight.
A memo?
Ronnie thinks he's nasty mask.
Good night, Bluebell.
See ya, Bluebell!
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Well. Mr. Terabyte?
I like that one. Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? Ziggy?
I thought it was actually pretty convincing.
Alright. Hold this!
I think after this it's everything.
Now that's just your imagination talking.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction. The result of carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story, and better saved for another time.
Very well, another time. Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least, not in my experience.
Yep.
So you're going to try to connect Detective Atme to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, use suppression for more testing.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Oh,
So do we have to say something again?
I swear. Okay, I'm gonna just double check. I'm not going to scroll so far down. Okay.
At least save before you do anything else, like with the other stuff.
Okay. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, we didn't have to. We just had to present the blackmail letter. Your intuition was right. Okay, so. Alright. Objection! Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme?
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
Contradiction?
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
Oh, you're one to talk.
Times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Put 'em up, son! Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior?
Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the
Save!
blackmail letter. I already saved beforehand, so before that.
Alright,
okay.
Okay.
And we don't have a chance to save right now.
Okay, let's figure this out.
Alright, what were we on about? Hold on. It was just like, what's wrong with it there? It was found
Okay,
on the lights
so
room.
If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security. Security. Okay. I'll
Red diamond.
take that. Yeah, it has to be that. It has to be related to that. But let's take a look at
But the folder.
the Tear of Emanon, a jewel. Crown of Bangora, Left Hand of Hades, and Portrait of Megina, he wouldn't have had it. I think that's right. Take that! I was right!
Yes!
Was right.
Yeah,
Let's
there we
go.
go. Bada boom! Ha! Little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even phase me.
Objection.
What?
I think you mean 1-2 punch. Mr. Wright, try thinking this through a little more before finding fault with others.
Oh, wasn't it?
It
Huh.
trolled me.
Wow,
Crap.
it got you. It got you hard.
Oh,
that
God.
got you good.
Yeah.
Alright, back to a
Okay.
bit farther back.
Okay. Alright.
And
Alright,
I will say
letter
it
and then
earlier, so. But we know what we need to prove.
letter.
Okay. Objection.
Yes, we messed up a little bit. Okay, so let's try this again.
Safe slot.
But save this time.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Time to man up, like in TF2, even though my grandson plays that game.
Man, upload activated. Okay, moving on.
I have not touched TF2 in a while, ever since they fixed the bot
Show us the
situation.
Tribulations to the blackmail letter.
No
We
more
need-
bots!
So,
Except for the bots in
Is
Man
it?
vs. Machine, of
so
course.
it's not the list. It's not the list.
Okay, so... Alright, let's take a look at...
Is there anything?
So, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond that you received the other day instead.
The other day. Was there any day that he took
Wait.
Red Diamond?
They mentioned about the... Wait.
Well, I know it's around
What
his
if it's the-
finger, but what's
what if it's
the
the
other
letter
day
again?
say?
I doubt it, but... It might be worth
What
a
do you-
shot.
That's not...
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
alright,
that
load.
was a
Yeah.
punch.
Okay,
That would
go.
have made sense though, because of the red diamond ring that he has.
We need the yeah, we need to get the ring.
Okay.
But that's not... We're going way too... We're jumping the gun way too much. So, calm. The
Alright,
note.
Yeah, we got time. So,
The other note.
Okay. He was...
It was... Stealing us...
We haven't used that. We actually haven't used that one yet. Again, another thing I've always...
No, but... What does it have to do with anything? Contradicting evidence of the blackmail letter is that... What?
Don't want your true identity revealed to the world. Come to KB Security at 1 a.m.
Contradicting evidence.
Because we don't have anything about the red diamond, unless it's a profile, but I don't think it has anything to do with the profiles either, so...
Well, you can still show profiles though.
Wait! What, if we're trying to prove it was at me... Let's try this.
No.
That is...
Oh, for God's sakes!
Go back.
Okay.
We're jumping the gun too much here. We need to think this through. Why
Okay.
we need to defend our argument, so to speak. We're not trying to just randomly guess either.
Yeah. Okay. So...
So if we make a guess, we need to defend it. So
Okay.
wait a minute. If it's contradicting evidence of, if that was truly him, wouldn't technically the photo from earlier contradict his evidence?
Well, but we know that the photos are fake.
And but that's a time. The whole reason we're doing this is the motive thing too.
Alright.
Until this actually is proven, none of the things are proven there, so to
Alright,
speak.
let's...
Stupid, but
Nope.
yeah, no, okay,
What
fair.
are we doing wrong?
I have no idea.
Okay. The evidence that this
Okay. Alright, I'm
did we
just gonna
actually
try...
guess this?
I'm
we
gonna try... I'm
actually-
gonna guess this.
No.
Nah,
Nope.
good dough.
Okay, did we fuck up?
No, I don't think so. No. No, we didn't.
Then Okay.
Fen, okay, I just checked. Fen, you were right about the gem because we
It was a profile thing.
it was the it was the newspaper.
The first
clipping,
heist.
because
But
that's the diamond. That's blue, not red.
Ooh. But that's
Yes.
Yes,
Why-
you were right, Fen.
That's
That's
a
another
gem.
point for you. You know what? I think from here on out, whenever we're guessing like ideas, I'll probably keep tabs on who was right keep track on who was right. So take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color.
color. I'm not much for discussing color myself.
According to the newspaper clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. Blue, as Steve Waters would say.
Yes, so that means it has nothing to do
Yo,
with anything.
Pigeon, if you got that reference, props to you. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned.
So
I'll
it's,
take that red diamond you received the other day.
so it's completely different.
Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Mask Damask stole at all.
And your point is, Mr. Troglodyte? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you were trying to say, right? Tiramisu?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Ziggy.
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Boulder was actually blackmailing.
Then we can show.
The detective!
Take that!
Well, yeah.
Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme.
So you have some sort of basis for that claim?
You have been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. There you go, Ben. That red diamond.
Yes!
That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that King Bullard wrote that blackmail letter in order to blackmail you. Order of the court. Order, I say.
Continue going. Seems you've got too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Orgle.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that.
In Bullard blackmailing Luke and me? Are you for real?
Yes, I am. Ziggy.
Nick, come on, stand up for him.
Then it.
To answer me, this! The blackmail letter contains the following message. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world,
Yes, it certainly does.
Jane Bullard threatened to make Luke Hatton's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Mask to mask.
Of course.
Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep a secret? I'm gonna say just in case. Ziggy.
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep the secret identity was as...
Nasty mask.
Wait.
Fiddle. Well, yeah, duh.
Mask to mask.
Wait,
I'll
wait,
try
wait.
that.
Hold on. Wait. He may have a point.
I have a feeling that...
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He would know about it. And maybe he is. And maybe... Yeah, that
well,
makes
let's just
sense.
Yes! I knew it. I just had a feeling because I kind of remembered something.
Okay, the music cut off. Remember to prank you earlier. This could be anything.
Luke at me was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, you're an all-star. Isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? Say that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Adme. Are you saying that Adme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
Ron.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that I think it was the wrong one, but...
You have to admit, this does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke at me, but Ron DeLite was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
I'll be right back, guys.
A few days after the tear of Emamon. What? Emamon. Not quite.
Emanon.
After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean Ron DeLite was actually masked to mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. DeLite steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme.
Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
How did you?
How did you... Wait. Oh wow,
You
yeah,
say
got
that
me.
I, Luke Atme,
Another
was
point for Atme.
blackmailing Ron DeLite. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask to Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron DeLite started receiving plans from from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Ron DeLite was masked to mask?
And, okay, this is
Gross.
institution. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. What we got here?
Easy.
We have the newspaper clipping.
Oh no, wait. Newspaper clipping or brooch?
Do we?
Think about it.
No, it has to be the newspaper clipping because it was found. He was found out right away afterwards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so first off is the note. Second off is the newspaper clipping, but that just talks about randomly someone there.
I'm back.
This just isn't really much of things there. Third thing, and this is a hunch there, but there was no struggle with the little note thing, and why would they tear off? Why would there be a tear off of the little symbol there?
That was during.
This
the
is an
struggle.
older looking symbol as well. But then again, okay. So, how did at the first crime? Oh, because of the it is the newspaper clip. Because remember what's in that trash can?
Yeah, I know. The mask uniform. Sorry,
Yes.
the costume.
Take that.
That's what.
I
it
think
has
I
to
see
be.
it. You were right. Okay.
Because what was in that trash
See you
can?
right.
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
That's my line. This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLite in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. And this is a bucket.
Dear
But
God.
wait,
Moving on.
there's more.
No. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, you couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned from under his mask to mask was really Ron Delight's. What the? Why is he supposed to be mask to mask? Your daddy doesn't even look like an ace detective. Can't believe he was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass off as ace detective.
Why, you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also mask to mask. I can be both. Why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why, you?
You'll have fun with that.
Oh, I can't.
Who are you? Old bag? Old bag, I think you have a cousin here.
Oh, yeah.
It's not enough to make fun laugh.
Alright. Now we know about the murders. We're good.
Yep, done.
It would seem that we've finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance, Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Objection!
One more thing.
He's probably gonna throw the coffee at him.
Nah, we're done. Okay. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
You don't get much more in the face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Toddler.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull...
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the scene of the murder. Therefore, if you can't prove this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way!
What is happening?
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme...
Of the final round.
I got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
Yes! That's long enough. Mr. Towel, I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense
Can prove it.
can prove it. The defense can prove it with evidence. Are you sure?
Ah! Don't you worry, I'll watch over you.
I sense a penalty.
As you break down and fall into pieces.
Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night.
Got it. Finally, we can do the boulder. Ta-da! Kane's list of...
Are you sure this is...
There's literally nothing else
Take
to
that.
tried.
Alright, you're right. Okay. You're right, Pabs. Another point for you. Hopefully some people are keeping score.
I'm going to be removing this point if he doesn't get more specific.
This is the proof.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Nope,
That's
they
my
trolled
ve-
you again.
That is
They
very
trolled you
important. However, I'm not so foolish as to think that will pass for evidence here. I just want to see
They
what he
trolled
says.
you again, my dude.
I want to see what he says. I want to see what they say.
Mr. Trifle, it's time you've learned the true flavor of life.
Oh, there you go. There's a coffee sauce.
Flavor of my special Godot blend number 49. That's what
Just
that's
the
what you
eyes.
were waiting for there.
Well, Mr. Wright, it's bitter, very bitter. And
Then what else could it fucking be?
I love how the judge just
Just-
lets him throw the damn coffee at him.
I mean, look, he let Franziska just whip everyone, including himself.
That's
Yeah,
true.
moving on.
Okay.
Alright, so apparently we do have something.
We should have something.
Okay, something else. That Luke at me was at KB Security that night.
So we had.
Buzzer. We
There's an
have...
option. Okay.
But there's... there are no fingerprints on it, so...
He has gloves.
It's not really proof, that's a
That
lack
would
of...
have
Again,
to-
there
but
was the struggle. There was the struggle.
Let's see. Yeah, let's at least see if that has anything.
I don't buy it. Nope, not it.
No, load.
Not it.
Load.
Go back.
Load.
No.
I don't know if we actually do have the proof here. I think we were supposed to say no proof. Maybe. I don't know.
Let me see.
Second heist. He was directed. He was stealing as directed by Black. Oh, we have already proved that the Black Metal Lovers are coming from over there, but that night is not an answer. Key cards, maybe. There's nothing we can
You
say.
were right. I was right. I had a feeling. Okay. Anyways, let's just we're gonna have to take
What?
another one for the team, boys. And
Oh wait, so we can't prove it.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Godot blend number, there's your second serving of Godot. That's our second serving of Godot blend number 49.
That was actually 51. Can't prove it. Okay.
If I make a mistake, I can't prove it. Thanks, Godot. Just as I thought.
You need to slow down sometimes, Foxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if we hear more of Detective Atmy's testimony,
Objection!
Fortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. I didn't finish
Mr.
my statement.
Mr. Tater Tot.
what do you
Mr. Tater Tot.
what do you mean?
I was going to say something, but he cut it off. I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean.
What? What?
Have you forgotten? Lugami is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for his witness to return to his own trial. And face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No.
Well now, sir lawyer. It seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Von Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness,
Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe it's at this rate, Ronan.
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? What?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to everyone else.
Mr. Abney will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as masked and masked, which means...
Be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is considered.
No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atney's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Oh, come on, there has to be a silver lining.
there's an objection here, I know it.
Now there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atney, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement in the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atney.
Objection!
There it is.
Ziggy, you're up. You know who that was, right?
Huh?
That was Mia.
Oh, yeah. I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Remember she said that. That voice. No way.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true
Oh, they were
power-
trying...
This is the true power of the Karine channeling technique. I know it's really Maya is standing before me. But right now, she is my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, Sir Lawyer. It seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Mask to Mask. My verdict will verify now, just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yep. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove the important via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
I need more coffee.
Ah, nothing.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think so much falsehoods will do anything to me, look at...
Hear it.
Huh?
True that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
I remember the
Mr.
last
Godot,
part.
what are you?
Very well then, Mr. Luke Atme, I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. I love how
Only
Phoenix
like
still
one
calls.
piece of evidence left.
No,
Yes.
we have to press it. Now, yeah. I just love how Phoenix still calls me a chief.
I mean, that's just a normal thing to call it, yeah.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lord the Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. Oh crap, I couldn't read that. Holy crap. I forgot about that. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left for instant if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of a jewel. That's stupid. Somebody! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
No.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atme's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec, just one chance?
Ah, it means that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix,
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that last testimony.
so it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you'll lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last cup. Seems like the time's come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradictory remark and press it.
Remember,
What's
you
the game
only
I
got
have to
one
say?
chance.
Yes, but I do remember this part, so...
So you remember where to press it? I think it's the color, right?
Very
Or is
well
it-
done, Mr. Wright.
no, whatever.
Please begin your final cross-examination.
Alright, just press it in the spot and we'll get out of here.
Yep.
Yep, done. Skadoosh.
Mr. Atme, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you? Triple. This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
No. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his masked and mask outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolute foolproof.
Because I remember this part well, because if you press any of the other ones, game over.
You fail.
Game over.
Yeah, I
man.
got you.
Yep.
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry? Whatever do you mean by that? Also, I'm allowed to say that!
No, Francisco says it.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron DeLight was dressed as mask to mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Oh, I did forget to mention before. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as mask to mask. So then, enlighten us. How did you know? Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Objection!
Well,
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out.
Objection! And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask to mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
One way, you say.
One way? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
There's a suspicious shadow there.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection!
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer would look at him.
Objection! It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
Zavare!
Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
What a problem. Ooh, he's not doing right.
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my
Literally.
genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the treasure clown!
Just get this.
As I said last time.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
Yeah, ain't there? And then he passed out. Again.
What
I
an
hope so.
awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atney tried to frame Ron DeLite. He then claimed to be guilty as mask to mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. I think it's Ron. At any rate, it would seem he finally found the truth. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't
I've
he?
been here the whole time. About the verdict.
I know you never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really have Oh yeah, we did prove that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, thanks for the trial yesterday. I'm innocent now, right? What was it that you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Well, look at that.
Mask to Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now.
Now
then, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
Guilty.
Yes, here's all the confetti, pal.
Confetti.
Like, this is really lucky. This is so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am mask after all.
Ziggy.
Oh, sorry. You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. I saw the cold from years ago. Thanks,
Right.
Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Karine channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia.
Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, so now that all this happened.
Ziggy.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as max to max to boot.
In exchange, I lost everything.
What do you mean?
Getting security information from KP Security, becoming mask to mask. Did it all for one reason. Her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but I got fired from KP Security and most of the money I had. She didn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became mask to mask?
Yes, but it's all over now. People can never be put back together.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to what things were?
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can steal stuff again.
I can't. I
No.
kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together.
Just show the base. Show the base. Show the base.
Yeah,
Pot,
the face.
pot, show the pot.
Take that!
Let's take her there. Dusty was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. And there
That's what
she
you
is.
want.
You know what? I'll offend you, Desi.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. You have fun, hun.
Ah, there you are.
Miss Delight.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Mask the Mask either.
Ziggy.
Delight, Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I'll hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
Hey! I see.
No, the other one. No.
Yeah, just...
Sorry, no.
I'm still being carried away, you know! My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them. Like a man.
Yeah.
I just love a man who's chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
Yeah, about right.
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Dusty!
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going. Ah, pearls! Alright.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Ziggy. Go nuts.
Yep. Mr. Nick, Mitsubaya, congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? With another woman?
Ow!
Too fast!
Objection!
Too fast! Too fast!
So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said, a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean,
Not a man's
just look.
skull!
Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before.
Even
Wait,
if
wasn't
it has
meant to
some
hold the
paint
soul of
splotches.
someone, if it's broken like that, like twice over, doesn't that mean the soul kinda sorta...
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, that was it.
It ends with Phoenix being unconscious.
And now, next time, next stream, which is not going to be next week, because I've got a performance next week at HFA.
Absolutely.
Be ready for that. The week after, we will be back to start probably one of my favorite cases in the original trilogy, Recipe
Yeah.
for Turnabout. So with that said, thank you all
Yes.
so much for tuning in tonight. This was an absolute blast. Probably one of my favorite streams I've done so far for this game.
I had a
That
great
said-
time.
That said, thank you
Yeah.
all so much for coming out and participating in this. Let's find someone to raid.
Alrighty. I'll probably be heading off about it there. I think
Okay,
there's
so-
maybe
Yeah,
a
I'll be
video.
heading
Yeah,
out too.
same
I have
here.
work tomorrow.
You all have a good one, though.
I do have to get up.
Bye-bye.
Alright.
Have a good
I do.
one, everyone.
Let's see who's
Yeah,
live.
continue.
Bye.
Ziggy.
But yeah, I do have to wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning for a dentist appointment.
Alright, let's rate.
Alright.
How about...
And I have work tomorrow, my first day at work, so I'll see you all next time.
Alright, let's rate
All
my
right,
buddy...
I'll
Let's
see
rate
you
my
guys
buddy
around.
Soft Diamond.
See ya.
Alright, ready
And
up,
again,
Raiders?
shout outs to all the peeps.
Yeet!
Alright. Yep. Alright, ready up, Raiders. Alright, ready up.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, Foxy.
See ya, Ziggy. Alright, let's ready up. Gosh, why am I streams like becoming like this? Anyways, see y'all next time, everyone. Bye.